Recent developments between China and Russia have caused some unease for NATO and the US. Today, we'll take a closer look at the exciting new partnerships forming in the Arctic and their potential impact. We'll also discuss the new technologies being introduced, Turkey's new research center, and why it's rethinking its approach. Additionally, we'll explore how these advancements could affect the balance of power and competition for resources in the Arctic. After going through the latest news and expert analysis, I'll explain just how significant these changes are and how they could reshape the Arctic landscape. But before we dive into the main topic, make sure to like and subscribe to our channel, Political Matrix, to stay updated with the latest information. Now, let's get to the core issue. China and Russia are growing closer than ever in the Arctic, and this is raising significant concerns for NATO and the US. This partnership is not just a display of friendship, but it shows how the Arctic is becoming increasingly important on the global stage. The Arctic is quickly turning into a hub for new technology, and China is playing a key role here. Recently, Chinese officials have made it clear that they are serious about further enhancing their capabilities in this difficult region. Tiejun Ling, the deputy director of the Chinese Arctic and Antarctic Administration, also spoke about the need for greater scientific cooperation during his visit to Barentsburg, a Russian scientific hub in the Arctic. China's technological expertise is evident in the recent launch of 3 icebreakers patrolling the seas near the North Pole. These icebreakers are equipped with advanced navigation and research technologies, allowing them to operate in the harsh Arctic conditions. Shuilong 2, China's new icebreaker, is outfitted with high-end satellite communication systems and advanced ice-breaking capabilities, meaning it can easily navigate through ice-covered waters. So, what does all of this mean? It's huge. These advancements not only support China's research, but also give them a strong foothold in a region that is becoming increasingly crucial for global trade and security. China is also investing in remote sensing technologies that can track environmental changes and resource availability in the Arctic. This could give China an edge in future negotiations regarding Arctic resource ownership. Meanwhile, NATO countries are trying to understand what this technological race means for them. With China's rapid progress, there are genuine concerns that these developments may have military applications. As China and Russia's partnership strengthens, NATO will need to rethink its strategies to remain competitive in Arctic research and exploration. Turkey and BRICS have sent a terrifying signal in the Arctic, and NATO is in trouble. The Arctic is rapidly becoming a hub for new technology, and China is emerging as a major player here. Recently, Chinese officials have made it clear that they are serious about enhancing their capabilities in this challenging region. Tiejun Ling, deputy director of the Chinese Arctic and Antarctic Administration, emphasized the need for better cooperation in science during his visit to Barentsburg, a Russian scientific hub in the Arctic. China's technological prowess is evident in the recent launch of 3 icebreakers patrolling the waters near the North Pole. This is a significant development as it indicates that they are expanding their presence in the Arctic. These icebreakers are not ordinary. They are equipped with advanced navigation and research technologies that enable them to operate in the harsh conditions of the Arctic. For example, Shuilong 2 is China's latest icebreaker, boasting high-end satellite communication systems and enhanced ice-breaking capabilities, allowing it to easily navigate ice-covered waters. So, what does all this mean? It's a big deal. These advancements not only aid China's research, but also provide them with a stronger foothold in a region that is becoming critically important for global trade and security. Moreover, China is heavily investing in remote sensing technologies to monitor environmental changes and resource availability in the Arctic. This could give them an upper hand in future discussions about resource ownership in the region. On the other hand, NATO countries are grappling with the implications of this technological race. With China's rapid advancements, there are genuine concerns about potential military applications and whether Arctic research might extend beyond purely scientific purposes. As China and Russia strengthen their partnership, NATO will have to rethink its strategies to keep pace. This might involve fostering more technological collaborations among member states to remain competitive in Arctic research and exploration. And here's a surprising twist. Turkey is joining forces with China and Russia to establish a new research center for BRICS nations. BRICS includes Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. This initiative emerged when Turkish scientists visited Svalbard and held discussions with the Russian company Trust Arcticugol. The goal is to help scientists from BRICS nations and their allies, like Turkey, collaborate on various projects. The location they are considering for this center is also quite intriguing. They are eyeing Pyramiden, a nearly abandoned Russian settlement with a fascinating historical background. It used to be a bustling coal mining town, but now it's more like a ghost town, reminding us of the shifts in the Arctic since the Cold War. Choosing this location not only demonstrates the potential for scientific progress, but also raises significant questions about who really controls the Arctic. As countries vie for influence in the region, establishing such centers could create tensions, especially with Arctic states more aligned with NATO. This collaboration also reflects a shift in the geopolitical landscape. Countries like Turkey are seeking to strengthen their ties with non-Western powers. Turkish scientists are particularly interested in Arctic research, especially concerning climate change and its impact on global weather patterns. This move could signal a broader trend of countries re-evaluating their alliances as the global balance of power shifts. Furthermore, this BRICS research center could lead to joint studies on sustainable development in the Arctic, addressing environmental concerns while also keeping economic interests in mind. It could serve as a platform for BRICS countries to assert their presence in the Arctic, challenging the influence of Western nations in the region. As China and Russia deepen their cooperation in the Arctic, concerns about potential military research are growing. There are reports that Chinese scientists in Svalbard may be involved in research linked to military purposes, such as weapons development. The Chinese Polar Research Institute, which operates the Yellow River Station in New York-Alesund, has established connections with the Chinese People's Liberation Army, raising alarms among NATO members.